Oh, hey guys, what's up? So continuing on, hold on. So continuing on Project Cartoon Bus. The editor, Paul of Volksmania, asked if maybe we could feature this in the magazine coming up soon. So I'm very honored that he asked me to do that. So thanks, Paul. So since that may be a possibility, I'm gonna go ahead and keep this bus for maybe another week. And I'm gonna go ahead and fix up this roof rack. I already reattached, these were all rusted out, these down tubes where it mounts to the roof, these were all rusted out here. So since I'm not the best welder, I just went ahead and JB welded these on, and they're gonna be just fine. And now that Paul said he maybe wants to see this bus featured in a magazine, I figured might as well go ahead and redo this roof rack. So what I'm doing now is I'm just unscrewing all these old screws out of these pieces of wood. You can see they're pretty rough shape. The wood itself is in pretty rough shape. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove all of these. And then after I'm done removing them, I'm gonna sand these down. And then I'm gonna either paint them red, which I think maybe is the best way to go. It'll be the brightest, or stain them with a red cherry to help tie in with some of the red on the bus. So I'm gonna go ahead and replace these with some stainless steel ones after this is all put back together. Alright, and now since this wood is off, I can go ahead and give this thing a fresh coat of black paint. This roof rack has seen much better days, but we're going to make it look as new as possible. Gotta work with what we got. I feel that's my specialty, is turning old things into new things. Okay, so my next step, I got two measuring cups here. One for my water to rinse my brush out. The other one is for my red stain. We'll fill that up with water in a moment. I'm just using exterior house paint that I use for my murals. I'm going to pour a little bit of this bright red into this cup. So the idea here is we're going to go ahead, take this little bit of red paint, it's probably maybe 3 tablespoons full, not even a quarter cup, and I'm just gonna fill this about a third of the way up with water. I'm gonna mix it really good, and I'm just gonna have a watered down diluted red, and then once I'm done with that, we'll move on to the next step. Water, just gonna pour a pretty good amount of water in there. Just gonna use that brush that I used to brush off the wood, kind of mix it up here. It's really watered down, which is what I want. So I want this to be more of a stain rather than a paint job. We want to be able to see through some of this red. Okay, here we are on the back side of these boards. I'm going to start with the back side first, and then once that's dry, I'll flip them over and I will do the front side, or the top sides I should say. Just gonna dip a little bit of this into that brush, or this little bit of the brush into the stain, and we're just gonna kind of start brushing it on lightly. Okay, back here with the second coat. Okay, all my red stain is completely dry. So now I'm gonna go ahead and take this Minwax polyacrylic. It's a protective finish. It's meant for wood. It's really meant for indoors, but I've coated plenty of outdoor wall murals that I've painted with this stuff, and it holds up just fine. Plus this buzz will be garage kept, so just gonna use a synthetic brush and just brush over top of these. Actually, I'm gonna start with the bottom first, and then we'll go to the top. That way the top dries with a nice finish. Okay, gonna let these dry out in the sun for about a half an hour, and then I'm gonna go ahead and mount them to the roof rack. Okay, so I just got some stainless steel screws with some finishing washers. So when they are mounted to the top of the roof rack, it's gonna look really nice. So I'm gonna go ahead and reattach these pieces of wood to the rack, and then we'll get it up on the roof of this bus and check it out. All right, well, that's done, but holy shit, is it hot in Florida. Like, it is just never gonna cool down. I've been sweating like there's a water pump in my head. All right, anyways, here it is. All finished up. This looks pretty amazing, if I do say so myself. Got the nice finished screws with the stainless steel screws with the finishing washers. Got a nice fresh coat of black paint on the metal portion of the rack. Gonna go ahead and get it up on this bus here today. Something I have to do first though, there's a body line that wraps the whole way around this roof in 2 spots. I'm gonna at least go ahead and take a fat marker on this line right here and go the whole way around the bus with that. And it'll help tie in the stripes on the rest of the body. So I'm gonna do that first, and then I'm gonna throw this roof rack up. Before we do that, check this guy out.
I don't know.
That's better.
You think?
Oh yeah. I don't think, I know. Yeah, it's way better. Sits a way lower in the, now see, now it sits like level.
Yeah, except when I'm sitting in it though, right?
Well, when you're sitting, it goes down a little bit, but
I can index the rear one.
yeah. Got the surfboard. So here's the debate. Do we put fins forward or fins backwards? I think fins in the back looks better, but you'll get a lot of people saying that that's the wrong way to do it because you want the fins forward so your strap can, so the fins prevent the boards from sliding backwards. Got the other surfboard here, all cartooned out. I really like it fins backward better. It's just more visually appealing in my honest opinion. All right, my friends, here is the roof finished with the cartoon lines, just following these 2 body lines. Just wanted to go ahead and add some more of these little dash marks up here just to kind of complete it. We've got the surfboards that are also cartooned out on the roof rack, which is also painted red. I did mostly white and red on these surfboards. So I think this looks really nice. Definitely like kind of completes the whole vibe with the roof rack and the surfboards. Okay, thanks for watching. I think I've lost about 6 pounds or 6 gallons of sweat working on this thing out here today. It is just brutal. It feels like it's never gonna cool down. So anyways, thanks for watching. If you made it all the way to the end, that's really, really epic. Thank you so much. And if you like this, subscribe. If you want to see some more of this bus, make sure you subscribe. And see you on the next one. Peace out. Okay, don't forget to subscribe by clicking on the right there, and make sure you check out my other video on the left.